Hello and welcome. Today we have a brief somatic yoga for stress relief. This is going to be a perfect practice for those days when maybe you just feel that there is stress, anxiety, or energy pent up in your body, and you need to just exhale, let it out, let it melt away from you. My name is Shelagh. I'm a holistic dietitian, somatic nutritionist, and somatic yoga teacher, and I'm so happy that you're here. If you have not done so already, make sure that you hit subscribe so you don't miss any videos in the future. And we are going to get started in a seated position. So you can sit in an easy pose like I am, maybe sitting on your shins, but get comfortable. And we're gonna start with some breath. So if it feels good for you, you can close down your eyes. Otherwise, maybe find a soft gaze in front of you. And just start to observe your breath. No need to dive into changing anything about it, but just taking a moment to notice what it feels like to breathe. How deep is your breath? Where is it going in your body? And then you can take a moment to slowly deepen your inhales, letting your low belly relax, expand, take up space as you breathe. And then exhaling it all the way out, fully emptying. Taking a moment to maybe set an intention for this practice. It might be brief, and that doesn't mean that it can't be very impactful. And visualizing your breath as we move through this practice like a wave flowing through you, loosening up any stuck tension, helping to flush it along and move it out of you. So on your next inhale, we'll lift our arms up over our head, interlace our fingers, pressing your palms up towards the ceiling. Taking a big inhale here at the top. Exhale, bringing your hands to your sides, and then we'll bring our left ear towards our left shoulder and walk our right hand out towards the side. Finding length in the right side of your neck. Maybe making a fist with your right hand, circling out your wrist. Noticing how that feels in your neck. You might notice that your left ear gets closer to your left shoulder the longer that we stay here. Then we'll inhale, send both of our arms back up, interlace the fingers again. And when we exhale, we'll bring the arms down. This time we'll bring our right ear towards our right shoulder and walk the left hand out towards the left. Using your exhales to let your head get a little bit heavier. Maybe making a fist with that left hand and rolling out your wrist. Noticing how this side feels compared to the last. Recognizing that if it feels a little bit different, that would be perfectly normal. And on your exhale, you'll bring your chin down in towards your chest, and then roll your left ear down towards your left shoulder. Inhale here. And then we'll exhale, slowly roll that chin back forward. And you can just breathe and move here, sort of gently swaying back and forth on your own time. Starting to loosen up a little bit of tension that might be pent up in your shoulders or your neck. Visualizing that breath moving through you like a wave or a broom, sweeping any stale, stressful energy out of your body. And if this feels good and you'd like to continue, you can pause the video and stay here. But whenever you're ready, you can find a neutral tabletop. So knees are underneath your hips, wrists are underneath your shoulders. Inhale, we'll drop the belly, open up the chest, coming into our cow pose. Exhale, sending the back of the heart up towards the ceiling, tucking the chin into your cat. And on your breath, you can move through a few rounds of these. Option to take traditional cat-cow, or maybe you bring some intuitive movement into it. Maybe you take some barrel rolls with your spine. Maybe you look over your right and your left shoulders, looking back at your hips. Maybe you bring your hips back towards your ankles. And maybe keeping your eyes closed here, if they're not closed already, to help focus your attention inward on how it feels, rather than what it looks like. Sort of physically ushering energy along with this movement. Letting it be really soft and slow. Noticing what spaces you're opening up in your body. If you encounter any tension, maybe you visualize sending a little bit of extra breath to that space. And whenever you're ready, you can bring your feet together and your knees apart. Bring the hips back, coming into a child's pose. Maybe your forehead comes to the mat. Maybe your chin comes to the mat. Maybe you bend your elbows and rest your forehead on your forearms. Maybe you gently rock your forehead side to side. Taking a moment to notice what energy you have already moved in these first few minutes of practice. Any shifts in sensations anywhere in your body. Any shifts in your breath or your heartbeat. And on your next inhale, we'll press up to tabletop, and then we're going to transition onto our backs. So invitation to tuck your shoulders sort of behind your back here to open up the front of your heart space. And then we're just going to breathe slowly and deeply and rock our heels side to side. So this will likely make your whole body sort of move up and down. And this sort of shaking is really calming for the nervous system. It's like when you rock a baby. We're rocking our bodies here. And also completing any stress cycles that might be stuck in a little bit of a fight or flight, activated nervous system state from the day. We're closing out those stress cycles with these shakes. And whenever you feel complete here, you can come to stillness. Again, if you'd like to continue, you can pause the video at any time. And on an inhale, you're going to very slowly pull your right foot up towards your right hip. And exhale, straightening out that leg. Moving really slowly. Inhale, pulling up the knee. Exhale, straightening the leg. And twice more on your own breath. Inhale up. Exhale, straighten. And then you'll just sort of shake that right leg. And then we'll switch sides. On your inhale, slowly, slowly, slowly pulling that left heel up towards your left hip. And maybe it just gets halfway there, maybe it gets all the way. Exhale, slowly pressing that heel away, straightening out the left leg. Inhale, bending the knee. Exhale, straighten. We'll take that twice more on this side. And then we'll shake that left foot and left leg side to side. Coming back to stillness for just about 3 breaths. Now we're going to repeat that, but instead of pulling our knees straight up, we're going to let our right leg sort of fall open. And with your next inhale, we'll pull that right knee up towards your right hip. Exhale, straightening out that right leg. Inhale, pulling up. Exhale, straighten. So it's almost like that half frog shape. Inhale up, but on our backs. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale down. Then we'll shake out that right leg and switch sides. So inhale, pulling your left knee up towards your left hip. Exhale, straighten. With our left knee opening up towards the left. Inhale up. Exhale, straighten. Inhale up. Exhale, straighten. Twice more. Straightening out on your last exhale. We're going to rock our heels one more time. Shaking out any energy that we just loosened up with that hip work. And then you can bend both of your knees, bring your feet closer to your seat. And with your breath, we'll windshield wiper our knees from left to right. So inhale left, exhale right, inhale left, exhale right, inhale left, exhale right, and then inhale, we'll come back through center. Now we're gonna move through some pelvic tilts. So on your inhale, you're gonna roll your hips up so that the top of your pelvis is still on the mat and the bottom has lifted. Exhale, tilt it the other way. Almost as if you're pouring water out of your pelvic bowl. Inhale, tilt up. Exhale, tilt down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. It's like we're giving our pelvis a massage. Gently rolling back and forth. If this feels good, you can stay right here. If you'd like to take it a little bit further, we're going to transition this into a full bridge. So inhale, we're tilting our pelvis, but then we'll roll all the way up to a bridge. Exhale, roll the spine down. Tilt your pelvis down. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, up. Exhale down. And it's okay if you're not getting up super high. I personally am not rolling up super high. Doesn't need to be your deepest expression. Even if wheel is in your practice, you could just take baby bridges. Or you could keep your back on the ground the whole time. We'll take 2 more of these. Remembering to breathe as you move. And on this last exhale, you can roll all the way down, straightening out the legs. And we'll rock those heels one last time. Using that breath, using your breath to flush out all of the stress or anxiety that's still in your body. And then whenever you feel complete, as you exhale, you can find stillness and find your final resting pose from here. Maybe you take one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Maybe you tuck your shoulders behind your back, opening up your heart. Maybe you take your legs up the wall. Maybe you take a supine butterfly, but get cozy. And we'll take the last few moments of our practice here, tuning into your breath, tuning into any sensations in your body. Noticing your heartbeat. And you're welcome to stay here as long as you'd like. But if you're ready to move on with your day, keeping your eyes closed, you can start to bring your awareness to where your inner world meets your outer world. Noticing where your body meets your mat. Noticing the temperature of the air on your skin. Noticing what prana you can feel in your fingers and your toes as you inhale. Noticing what energetic shifts have occurred since you arrived on your mat. And you can start to bring some gentle movement into your fingers and your toes. Maybe you rock your head slowly from side to side, shaking your head no. And taking a moment to pour some gratitude into yourself for showing up to your mat, showing up for your practice, and receiving gratitude from me for sharing your practice together. Make sure to hit subscribe below so you don't miss any future videos. I will leave you here on your mat. I wish you a peaceful rest of your day. Shanti, shanti, shanti. Namaste.